Hello, everyone, and welcome to this quick demonstration on how to change tempos or tempo map something using Logic Pro. There are two ways of tempo mapping, but the best way that I've found is to let it adapt tempo. And so if you have a project, I'm going to go into Logic here. I have VoiceOver on.
Stop Finder. Logic Pro. Logic Pro. Untitled Logics.
All right. So if we go up into the toolbar, the best way to set this up, and in my template, I've got a few things here. Let me. I've got a mic track, which I'm currently talking on, and we have a piano track, which
Untitled Tracks.
you can hear right now. So that's just Alicia's keys. And so the best way to do this is to go into the,
Out of tracks.
at the
Out of
top,
tracks.
via home,
Control bar. Toolbar.
into the control bar. Interact with this.
In control toolbar. Uncheck. Checkbox.
Keep going.
Go to position. Button. Pause. Button. Capture recording. Control bar. Group.
And we're going to go into this control bar, going to interact.
In control bar. Group. 6 items.
Now,
1 bar.
some things you'll have in your control bar and other things you won't because I've customized it. So now we're at the kind of, this is where the playhead is.
138. Tempo. Slider.
This is the tempo slider. And normally mine is at 120.
4/4. Time signature. Pop-up button.
4/4.
Project tempo menu. Project tempo pop-up menu.
Now, when you see this menu, there are several options that you can pick. So if you VO space,
Menu.
we have
Key. Key project tempo.
keep, which it's on by default. That'll just keep the tempo no matter what you do.
Check mark. Adapt. Adapt project tempo.
Adapt is what I have mine set on. And that just means if I paste anything, it will adapt the project to that.
Auto. Automatic mode.
Automatic mode, I don't know really what that does. I have not explored that. But for now, just put yours on.
Check mark. Adapt. Adapt.
Adapt, and then
Adapt.
save it as a template or something. And then you'll never have to worry about it again. All right, so we're going to import a file. I'm going to do this with several files so that I can show you how this is done. We're going to import something that Joseph King
QuickTime Player. Finder.
is a drummer, and he has sent me
Finder.
something, and I thought I would use it for this demo. So I'm going to go
Column.
and
List.
find this file here,
Rock in the fuck out MP3.
and that is what it is. I'm going to copy,
Copy rock in the fuck out.
Command C, and I'm going to go back into Logic.
Logic Pro. Logic Pro.
Now, I
Untitled Logics.
am going to go into the tracks
header.
header because sometimes it speaks and sometimes it doesn't. When you arrow up and down, sometimes your tracks will speak and sometimes they won't.
Tracks header. Group.
So we can go into the tracks header. I have hotspot set up, so the hotspot will bring me straight into the tracks header, and then I just interact.
In tracks header. Group. Track 2 piano. Group.
So this is piano, and yeah, up arrowing and down arrowing also move tracks, but sometimes VoiceOver doesn't like to speak. So anyway, I'm just going to paste this track and keep in mind this file, and it's going to make a new track, and it's going to use the adapt to tempo feature, and watch what happens. So I'm going to make sure my playhead is at the beginning by hitting
1 bar 1 beat 1 to
enter, and that'll move the playhead to the beginning. I'm going to hit Command V, and Logic won't say anything for a while, but if you VO left and right arrow,
Logic Pro is not responding.
you'll see that Logic Pro is not responding. And now essentially what it's doing is it's looking at the file, kind of tempo mapping it, I do believe, and you'll know when it's
Dim.
done
Dialog. Track 2 piano. Quick
because
ace. In dialog.
it does that. Now, if I hit enter
1 bar 1 beat.
and my playhead is at the beginning and I hit the space bar, because I have my metronome on in my template, it's going to automatically, play the metronome. And my metronome is different sounding because I've went and customized it. So I hit the space bar, and this is what we have now that we imported this file. And you can hear it's kind of speeding up and slowing down. And it's, doing its thing. And here tempo is kind of all over the place. Here and there. And it kind of doesn't know what to do. Oh. eventually it will fix itself. So essentially what's happening is it has tempo mapped, so it's following the audio is essentially what it's done. It's made automatic tempo markers.
1 bar 1 beat 1 division.
All right, so I'm going to fast
2 bars.
forward to
20 bars 1 beat 21 bars 1 beat 1 division 1 tick.
something
20 24
that
bars
makes sense here.
1 beat 1 division 1 tick. 24 bars 28 bars 29 bars 1 beat 28 bars 1 beat 1 28 29 29 30 bars 1 beat 1 division 1 34 bars 1 beat 1 division 1 tick. 34 bars 1 beat 35 bars 1 beat
This work.
1 division 1 tick.
That works. And you see that as it's just staying right with it.
35 bars 1 beat 1 division 1.
So now, what you want to do is you want to turn on flex mode. And the best way you can do this, you could either go into the table, the inspector, or just use the item chooser. And we'll just do VOI.
Item chooser menu 100.
And we'll type in flex.
1 item. Flex and follow. Text. Flex and follow. Text. Flex and follow. Text. Has alternate items.
We want flex time. I don't know why.
Flex and follow. Text. Has alternate items. Track to piano. Group.
Because I'm on the. There we go. Let's get on the right track.
Item chooser menu 157 items. 2 items. Flex and follow. Text. Flex mode.
Yes, we want flex mode, and we'll hit enter.
Flex mode.
And it'll drop us in there. Now, we can actually see if we're in the right track by uninteracting because it puts us in a table.
Out of table. Rock in the fuck out _2. Content
And
selected.
that's the track that we want to be in because we're in the.
Track. Expanded. Table.
This first table
Rock in the fuck out _2.
has to do with the region.
Region. Rock in the fuck table. Expanded. Disclosure.
Next table
Track.
is the track.
Rock in the fuck out table. Row 5.
So we
table.
are in
Icon. Off. Pop up button.
flex mode is
Flex mode. Off. Pop up button.
off.
Menu check. Flex pitch.
And we're going to set it to.
Flex time. Flex time. Flex time. Slicing. Flex time. Rhythmic.
I'm not sure. Let's try rhythmic. Let's try this one. And it will not respond for a while it's kind of analyzing the file. And
Rhythmic. Pop up button.
so let's see.
Selection replace.
Oh,
Space.
can I?
Loop length. Rhythmic. Pop up button. Loop length. 50%. Loop length. Rhythmic. Pop up.
Can I? Let me
Button.
escape out of that.
35 bars 1 beat 1 division.
All right. So now we're going to hit Option Shift T, which brings up all of the tempo markers that it made. So Option Shift T, this is the keyboard Maestro key map, but Option Shift T.
Untitled logics. Untitled. Tempo.
It brings it up in its own window, like a tempo list. So you can interact with this table. And if you're on Ventura, I would not recommend interacting with this table because something is broken. And VoiceOver will do some very strange things, and it will sound really weird. But if you're on Monterey, then this table is fine to interact with. So if I interact with this,
In table. 1111 scrubber group.
I can see all the tempo markers that it's put.
137.6004. 137 points. 143.9. 142. 146. 150.6000.
And it shows the
4211 scrubber group.
position, but we don't really care about that. So what we want to do is
Out of table.
Command A.
573 cell selected.
To
Select all.
select all those tempo events, and I'm going to hit backspace, which will delete it.
1111 scrubber group.
So
96.8200.
they're all gone.
Select all.
There's no,
1111 scrubber.
they're all gone. Now we're going to Command W to close out of this window,
Rhythmic. Pop up button.
and then we're going to go to the
Out of table.
uninteract with this,
Out of
and we're going to go to the top of VO Home.
Control bar. Toolbar.
We're going to go to
In control bar.
the
Toolbar. Uncheck. Go to position. Pause button. Capture recording. Control bar. Group.
control bar, interact. Actually, I could have just typed in. I probably could have just done item chooser
Item chooser menu.
and type in tempo.
133. 2 items. 97. Tempo. Slider.
Now, if I hit enter on this,
97. Tempo. Slide.
the way that this does this, the slider, well, it puts a lot of points. So it's probably at 97.6 something 3, blah, 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 blah. So you want to do VO shift space space, and that essentially does a clicks in it so you can type. So we'll do that.
97.
And I can backspace to get rid of this. And we're going to type in a new value, 120, and hit enter.
120.
And now if I hit space, we have that. And I can uninteract with this. And yeah, I can kind of play with it. So that is essentially how I tempo map things in Logic and then put them in Reaper, and then yeah. So
Finder.
hope that helps somebody.
QuickTime Player.
Hope that helped you, Kevin.
QuickTime.
And yeah.